For those of you who like to camp or hike or just explore the outdoors in general, you're probably well aware of the vast, sometimes overwhelming amount of gear that's out there waiting to be bought. If you're anything like me, you might often find yourself ogling at all the different goodies that REI has to offer, somewhat like a giddy child at their favorite candy store. I've literally spent hours there at a time on multiple occasions. Yeah, it's that bad. Now, it's perfectly natural and admittedly fun to start collecting a massive amount of outdoor-related gear once you start getting into it. It is, however, quite difficult at times to discern between the things that are truly useful and those that are just extra luxuries but not exactly necessary. As a minimalist, I'm often asking myself, what are the things that actually contribute greatly to my experiences outside? And what are those things that I really wouldn't ever want to do without? Today we're going to be talking about 5 of those items that have added such tremendous value and are such a joy to use that they have forever earned their spot in my arsenal of camping and hiking gear. Now, there's all kinds of fancy, high-tech, expensive gear out there, and although these items definitely have their advantages and I do enjoy using them as well, for the purpose of this video, I would like to focus on the basic, simple items that are both accessible and affordable to most, but are still gonna add great value and utility. These are things that you can go out and buy today that aren't necessarily going to break the bank, but they will definitely contribute to many great adventures to come. So without further ado, let's just get into my favorite camping and hiking essentials. First, we have perhaps my favorite piece of camping equipment that I have ever bought. This is the basic Coleman Classic 2-burner stove. There are definitely more powerful stoves out there, but they're usually priced at about $100+, whereas my Coleman was only $40 at Walmart. I've never had any complaints with this cheaper version, so I couldn't personally justify dishing out all that extra money. I've taken this stove on every single camping trip since I bought it, and it's allowed me to make gourmet meals while camping out in the middle of the wilderness. I've also used it in store parking lots while on road trips, in hotels, at the park, even in my own kitchen when the main stove has been occupied. This simple piece of gear has proven so valuable that I couldn't ever imagine parting ways with it. Next, we have my Thermarest Z Light Sole closed cell foam insulated sleeping pad. It is extremely light and weighs in at only 14 ounces, which compared to the popular Thermarest Neo Air is only 2 ounces more, but will cost you a measly $45, whereas the Neo Air costs $180. The thing I like most about the Z Light Sole is how simple and easy it is to use. It requires virtually no setup and takes a fraction of the time to pack away as some of the other inflatable options. It's so versatile, you can easily whip it out when you stop to have lunch on the trail, lay it out so you have somewhere to sit, and put it back in your pack when you're done before you can even bat an eye. Third on the list is my Sawyer Mini water filter. This water filter uses hollow fiber membrane technology, which is basically hundreds of tiny straws with pores bundled together that act as a way to physically filter any microbiological threats. It's super cheap at only about $20 and also very versatile. My favorite way of using it is attaching it to the end of my hydration pack, but it also screws onto a water bottle like a Smart Water or a water bag that you can buy separately and use to filter water into a pot or other storage vessel. This filter is tiny, light, and has virtually no footprint in your pack. It is definitely my go-to when planning any sort of backpacking trip. This next item isn't exactly specific to my own brand or model, but rather just the piece of gear in general. Trail running shoes. If you're into hiking or backpacking, I would seriously consider switching to trail running shoes if you haven't already. Not only are they much lighter than regular hiking boots, but they also dry extremely quickly so you can walk right through water knowing that they will be dry in no time. They're also very comfortable and take virtually no time to break in. The brand I like is Altra because they have a wide toe box designed for increased comfort, especially for those with wider feet. Last is my REI Quarter Dome 1 backpacking tent. I know that I said that the gear I'll be listing is affordable and budget friendly, but this tent has provided me so much value that I couldn't make the list without including it. It is a 3-season, 1-person backpacking tent that's very light at only 2 pounds, 7 ounces, and also extremely easy to set up and put away. I've used this tent on many different trips, both backpacking and regular car camping, and it has been nothing short of amazing. It was fairly pricey at $299, but I've had it for over 4 years and it's still holding up perfectly, so I think it's safe to say that it was money well spent. They do have a much newer version out now that is the same price I bought mine for, and it does have a few upgrades like a higher ceiling and a weight of 1 ounce less. I'll eventually make the switch to the newer model, but for now I'll be fine with the one that I have. And there you have it, folks. Those are my favorite pieces of tried and true equipment that have served me well over the years and have earned their spot on my list of outdoors essentials. To be quite honest, I haven't bought any new gear in quite some time now, so a lot of these things are really old and maybe even a bit outdated. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And I'm certainly broke, so can I really fix it anyways? In all seriousness, I might start slowly rebuilding my kit and updating some pieces of gear here and there in the near future. But for now, these are the items that you can count on me bringing on any given adventure. If you're interested in any of the gear that I talked about in the video, I will be leaving some links down below and you could go ahead and check those out if you would like to do so. If you have any interesting stories or any gear recommendations or anything you would like to say in general, go ahead and leave that down below in the comment section. I would love to hear more back from you guys. And that's it for me, guys. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed watching it. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see more from me and my adventures in the future. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video.